Hello everyone, a very good morning to all. So with this video, we are starting with your semester 4, that is BSc second year semester 4 syllabus, inorganic chemistry syllabus. So this is your course which is divided into 4 units. Here these are the 4 units and the first unit is further divided into 2 parts, that is chemistry of lanthanide elements and chemistry of actinide elements. Second unit is acids and bases, third unit is oxidation and reduction, and fourth is known as solvents. So in this video, we'll be starting with the very first part of the first unit, that is chemistry of lanthanide elements. So your first unit consists of 2 parts, that is chemistry of lanthanide elements and chemistry of actinides. Now, what are these lanthanides and actinides? If we look at the periodic table, the two periods which are separated from the main periodic table, which are lying below the periodic table, where filling of 4f subshell for this period and filling of 5f subshell for this period is done. These elements are lanthanides. These 14 elements which are coming after lanthanum, that is the atomic number from 58 to 71, are called as lanthanides, and atomic numbers from 90 to 103 are called actinides. These are called lanthanides and actinides because these are coming after lanthanum and actinium respectively. So these are called as rare earth elements because their occurrence in Earth's crust is rare, and these are also called as inner transition elements because as we all know that D block elements, that is the group from 3 to 12, these are the D block elements. These are called as transition elements, and these lanthanides and actinides are called as inner transition elements because these are present as transition within the transition. So these are called as inner transition elements. So let's get back to the syllabus. So this is the first unit which we are starting. We'll be first discussing about the chemistry of lanthanide elements. So let me open the PDF notes for lanthanides. So let's get started. So as I have earlier told you that lanthanides elements consist of the filling of 4f subshell. This is the general electronic configuration for lanthanides. So here, let me choose. Okay. So here filling of 4f subshell takes place, and these are the 14 elements where filling of 4f subshell, that is 0 to 14, is the electronic configuration, and there is also this is a complete electronic configuration, general electronic configuration for lanthanides. The filling of 4f, 5d, and 6s is already are always complete in this in these lanthanides. So the name lanthanides, let us start with the name. Lanthanides is a bit misleading as it ends with "ide." Suffix "ide" is used for negative ions. So this was further got changed to by IUPAC nomenclature system to lanthanons. But lanthanons was again misleading because with ons we name the suffix ons is for the non-metals in the periodic table. So finally it got changed to lanthanoids, which is most acceptable and is actual name for lanthanides. But generally we use lanthanides, so both are used, both are acceptable, lanthanides and lanthanoids. So these are the elements, 14 elements coming after lanthanum in the periodic table. These are the part of the 6th period of the periodic table coming after lanthanum, which is having atomic number of 57. So lanthanum is not a F block element, that is, it is not a lanthanide. The elements coming after lanthanum are called as lanthanides because if we see here, the electronic configuration of lanthanum is 4f0 at Xe, 4f0, 5d1, and 6s2. So here 4f subshell is empty. So that means if lanthanides are the elements where there is electron in 4f subshell, and here it is empty, so it is not a part of lanthanides. So it is not a rare earth as F shell is empty. So these are the 14 elements which comes after lanthanum. So these are the 14 elements which comes after lanthanum, atomic number is varying from 58 to 71. The names are cerium, praseodymium, neodymium, promethium, samarium, europium, gadolinium, terbium, dysprosium, holmium, erbium, thulium, ytterbium, and lutetium. These are the symbols for these, and here I have tried to create a mnemonic for this thing. So firstly, you have to visualize three girls. ये तीन friends हैं जिनके नाम है सेलिना, प्रीति एंड प्रोमिला, एंड ये उनमें से एक की मदर है. ये इनका फ्रेंड है, तीन गर्ल्स का फ्रेंड है सैम, और वी कैन से कजन है सैम. His name is Sam. So he has bought a new car, which is imported from Europe. So this is a European car. So what happens is ये तीनों गर्ल्स सैम के साथ उसकी नई कार में घूमने के लिए जाते हैं. तो वहां पे क्या होता है, रास्ते में सैम की तबीयत खराब हो जाती है. He start to vomit. एंड अब ये तीनों शैतान बच्चे क्या करते हैं, उसको रिकॉर्ड करते हैं और YouTube पे अपलोड कर देते हैं. So in this way I have created this mnemonics, that is Selena, Preeti and Pramila. These are the three girls, Selena, Preeti and Pramila. So इनकी मम्मा क्या कर रही है, इनको डांट रही है. कैसे? सेलिना, प्रीति एंड प्रोमिला, सैम की यूरोपियन गाड़ी में तबीयत ढीली हो गई और तुमने उसे यूट्यूब पे अपलोड कर दिया. सो हियर CE Selena, Preeti is for praseodymium and neodymium, promethium is for promila, Sam is for samarium, European is for europium, गाड़ी gadolinium, तबीयत terbium TB, ढीली DY dysprosium, हो गई holmium HO, और ER erbium, तुमने TM that means thulium, the terbium is YouTube and lutetium is load. YouTube पे upload और we can say load कर दिया. So in this way you can memorize this mnemonic as Selena, Preeti and Promila, सैम की यूरोपियन गाड़ी में तबीयत ढीली हो गई और तुमने उसे YouTube पे लोड कर दिया. So this is a very easy way to remember this sequence of lanthanides. Let's move further. So these are the 14 lanthanides. These are the atomic numbers. And here let's have a look at the electronic configuration. So electronic configuration of lanthanum, with this we have already discussed. There is one electron in 5D subshell. So for cerium, what happens is this electron also moves to 4f subshell, and for cerium with atomic number 58, there are 2 electrons in 6s and 2 electrons in 4f. And further, if we move to praseodymium, atomic number is increasing by 1 and 1 electron is increasing in 4f. So gradually 1 electron is adding up to europium in 4f subshell, and there are 7 electrons in 4f, 0 in 5d and 2 in 6s. For gadolinium, what happens is the next electron is to come into 4f subshell, but 4f subshell, as we all know, total number of electrons which can be present in f subshell is is 14. So here 7 is the exactly half-filled electronic configuration. So it is exactly half-filled electronic configuration for europium. So when next electron is added, it goes to 5d to resume the exactly half-filled electronic configuration of 4f. So here this is one exception for gadolinium because of retaining of exactly half-filled electronic configuration. The next is terbium. Again, what happens is just like when we moved from lanthanum to cerium, what happened was the 5d electron moved to 4f subshell. Here also what happens is the 5d electron which was present in the 1 electron which was present in 5d subshell in the gadolinium. In case of terbium, the incoming electron and the earlier electron both move to 4f subshell. So next, for dysprosium, holmium, again the sequence is like the earlier one up to 4f is completely filled. for ytterbium. So for lutetium, next electron comes to, so for lutetium, as the 4f subshell is completely filled, the next electron will occupy 5d subshell. Now let's have a look at the ionization energies. Here we are considering the third ionization energy, as first two electrons will be taken out from 6s subshell. So the 6s subshell, there are two electrons for each element. Sorry, I have a bad throat. So where were we? So we were saying that there are two electrons in 6s subshell for each element. So those two electrons will be removed at first, and there is the difference which will be there is for third ionization energy. So we'll be discussing about third ionization energy here. So for third electron from cerium, it will be removed from here, that is 4f subshell, and the ionization energy is going to increase up to europium, where europium, because the number of electrons are getting added to the same shell, and 4f subshell, as we all know, has poor shielding, so the size is decreasing. So this is having maximum third ionization energy if we look from lanthanum to europium, because it is having exactly half-filled electronic configuration. And for gadolinium, the third ionization energy suddenly drops. This is because the next electron, the third electron which is to be removed, is here. It is from 5d subshell, not from 4f. So this is an exception here for gadolinium, and again the regular trend is followed, that ionization energy is increasing. It is increasing up to ytterbium, and next at last for lutetium, third electron is to be removed from 5d subshell, which is quite easy in comparison to those which were removed from the 4f subshell. So here again ionization energy decreases. Quick talk about the melting points and boiling points. So the melting points generally increase along the series of lanthanides. But the two cases, that is europium and ytterbium, these are having exceptionally low melting points and boiling points. This is because these are having exactly halfway and fully filled 4f structure. So here their electrons, the valence electrons, try not to participate in metallic bonding. So that is why there is weak bonding in case of europium and ytterbium. So that is why their melting points and boiling points are low. If we look at the oxidation states, these are here I have written the oxidation states for all these lanthanides. So +3 is the most common oxidation state for all the lanthanides. +3 will exhibit will be exhibited by all the lanthanides. So and there are some other oxidation states like +2 and +4 in addition to +3 for some elements. Like in case of cerium, all if we take out all the electrons, valence electrons, +4 is there, and here also +4 and +2 are visible. So there are no special reasons for the +4 and +2 oxidation states, because these are due to thermodynamic and kinetic factors. But in case of cerium, europium, we can easily say that +2 is common, because the next electron is getting removed from the because it does not want to rupture its exactly half electronic configuration. So +2 is most stable for europium, and here also after removing 4 electrons, because so +4 is most stable for terbium, because after removing 4 electrons it will acquire exactly half a configuration. Similarly here is +2, because it doesn't want to disturb its fully filled electronic configuration. Here it is +3, because after it will have exactly fully filled configuration. So this is the way how oxidation states are there for these lanthanides. And here I have written some other physical properties like heat of fusion and heat of vaporization. There is no definite trend for lanthanides in case of heat of fusion and heat of vaporization. Electronegativeness of lanthanides is very much similar to S block elements, that is, it is in the range of 1 to 1.5. These all the lanthanides are electropositive in character, which is this property is also similar to S block. So these have very strong tendency to form ionic compounds. So next we have color and spectral properties. Lanthanides are silvery white, that is, they are very feebly colored, or we can say they are almost white, but their ions are colored. So the color is characteristic of lanthanide ions, does not vary with change of anion. So this is a property of lanthanide ions, that the color is their characteristic property. Just if we say that if we are having lanthanide, fluoride, any lanthanide, we can say we have. Say we have praseodymium fluoride, praseodymium sulfate, praseodymium bromide. So all are having same color because the color is not specific to the anion. It is specific to the lanthanide cation. So this is the property of lanthanides. And also for the case of trivalent ions, the 4f subshell having NF electrons and 14 minus NF electrons, they are having same color. Here we can have an example like lanthanum 3 positive where NF electrons are 0, and for lutetium 3 positive where 14 minus NF electrons are 0. That means it is fully filled. Here N is 0. Here 14 minus N, that means here N is 14, and both are having lanthanum is having NF electrons as 0 and lutetium is having 14 minus NF electrons as 0. So both are colorless. Similarly, this is having 2 NF electrons and this is having 12, 14 minus. So this is here N is 12. So that means 14 minus N is 12. So these both are green in color. But ions having same number of NF electrons. So, but this is a case. This case is true only for the trivalent cations. If we say the cations or the lanthanides which are having same NF electrons, they may have different colors like as samarium 2 positive and europium 3 positive. These are having 4f6 electronic configuration. So they are having, this is having 6 NF electrons, this is also having 6 NF electrons. So these are having different colors. That is, this is divalent, this is blood red in color, this is pale pink. So this is not true for same number of NF electrons. This is true for same number of NF and 14 minus NF electrons. Next we have that color of lanthanides. So why lanthanide ions are colored? So their color is due to FF transitions. So what are FF transitions? Actually, there are electronic transitions due to absorption of visible light. So what happens if there are FF transitions for which energy is required for such transitions? These are the electronic transitions, and that energy which is absorbed, it falls in the visible region. So the color which is absorbed and the lanthanide compound will have the complementary color to the absorbed color of the light. So in contrast to transition metals, this is a very important point that for transition metals, there are DD transitions, and in the UV visible spectra, what happens is that for transition metals, we have very broad bands in the UV visible spectra. But in case of lanthanides, where there are FF transitions, their UV visible spectra is having very sharp and straight lines. So why this is because these sharp peaks, so the answer to this question is that these sharp peaks are observed because 4f subshell is located deep inside the atom. It is very much shielded from the outer atmosphere, as there is a ligand field surrounding the central metal ion, and there is there are other disturbances for the case of uh, D electrons. But in case of 4f subshell, in case of lanthanides, what happens is the 4f subshell is very much present deep inside the uh, it is present very much deep inside. So what happens is that outer atmosphere doesn't affect the electrons present, electronic transitions occurring within 4f subshell. So that is why these transitions do not get disturbed and we get sharp peaks in comparison to the broad bands of DD transitions. So in addition to FF transitions, there exist FD transitions and also charge transfer is also there. Charge transfer, there are two types of charge transfer. There is charge transfer from ligand to metal and charge transfer from metal to ligand. So ligand to metal charge transfer cases are also there for case of lanthanide elements. As we all know that FF transitions are feebly are not the allowed transitions, because here what is happening is there is no change in L, L value, that is subshell. So these transitions are not allowed. So whenever there is a color due to these transitions, that color must be feeble, very light. So whenever there is FT transition in some of the compounds, then those will be deeply colored. And also the next ligand to metal wherever there is ligand to metal charge transfer, those complexes will be deeply colored. For these are the examples for those complexes where ligand to metal charge transfer exists, that is cerium plus 4 and samarium 2 plus. These are dark yellow and blood red. So wherever there is FF transitions, these are very feebly colored. FP transitions are normally colored, and the color due to ligand to metal charge transfer and those complexes are deeply colored. So that is it for this lecture, and the magnetic properties of the lanthanide elements will be discussing in the next video.